First at 5, Governor Dan McKee has declared a disaster emergency for the state of Rhode Island due to the extensive damage and power outages in the wake of Monday's storm. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. This allows the state to receive federal funding if certain criteria are met. Today, we went to several of the local areas that are still dealing with flooding, including Warwick and West Warwick. But first, let's head out to Matt Paddock, who's live in Johnston, where police and firefighters are using Humvees to help people stuck in their homes due to the flooding. Matt?
Mike, Shannon, you can actually see one of those Humvees here behind me, and Mayor Policina tells me that the flood waters behind me are anywhere from 1.5 feet to 2 feet deep, saying first responders will remain on scene 24/7 until that water recedes.
There's about 6 houses on Belfield Drive where they're essentially stuck.
Mother Nature's wrath knows no bounds. Heavy rain on Monday causing 1 to 2 feet of flooding in parts of Belfield Drive, leaving those on the other side stranded.
Just the beginning. I know last time it took 4 months.
Belfield Drive has been at the heart of controversy for over a decade, after in 2010 water levels reaching as high as 5 feet, trapping those like Tanya Nova on the other side. At first, flustered.
Just imagine, I know it's frustrating to hear about it, but to live it, it's a different story.
Now somewhat relieved, as Johnston police and fire going above the call of duty to support those dealing with the unimaginable.
I mean, I'm a resident of the town, so I really feel for these people. So we're going to do whatever we can for them.
Johnston Fire Chief David Iannicelli, along with his crews, barreling through flooded roadways to bring those like Tanya Nova
down there now. They're going to pick up one of the residents. We're going to take them to the market
to get any and all essentials.
What's that? You're welcome.
Helping load up the Humvee with groceries, water, toilet paper, and other supplies needed for survival. Johnston Mayor Joe Policina Jr. also reaching out to the Department of Transportation to see if there's any way to open up 295 so those trapped have an access in and out of their neighborhood.
If anyone does have to get transported, we'll have emergency vehicles that will be able to bring them so they can receive aid.
And Mayor Policina tells me that engineers will be here first thing tomorrow morning to assess the damage and figure out how that happened. And you can actually see live television behind us. It looks like one of those Humvees are about to make that trip down Belfield Drive right now. Apparently, one of those neighbors likely needs help or just to check in on those residents. But reporting live in Johnston tonight, Matt Paddock, 12 News.
Matt, thank you. A popular Warwick brewery known for having a sweet view of the Patuxent River got a first-hand look right here at Mother Nature's wrath. Now, Apponaug Brewing Company flooded and was forced to close. Sheena Losciuto spoke to the owner and has a look at the cleanup efforts. She's live from West Warwick, another area that's been underwater. Sheena.
Well, the flooding we saw really was widespread, and in Warwick, a lot of the businesses are really in the same boat here. However, one is choosing to stay positive through it all. A waterfront property becomes a property in water.
A river coming through the tap room.
It's been a busy 48 hours for Apponaug Brewing Company. They're on Knight Street in Warwick.
You don't want a current in your building. How about that? And there were things floating in the building.
On Tuesday, it felt unreal. Inside, there was a pool of water. Outside, the river's force moved stuff all over the place.
Really, unless you were on property, you couldn't realize. In essence, the river was almost flowing through the tap room. We have a big patio out back. It overflooded the banks. It came in through the tap room, and it was going back out there. So.
The business is expected to close for at least a month, with weeks of cleanup ahead. Even with the tasks that await, the owners can confidently say the glass is half full.
100% will recover. We have a great team. We have a great community. The outpouring of support it was very emotional to me. It's just been great. We've clearly built a community here.
And really, according to the owners, the timing of the closure, worst case scenario with Christmas just days away. So they're also focused on making sure all of their employees are in good shape as well. Reporting live in West Warwick, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.
First tonight, Governor Dan McKee has issued an emergency disaster declaration following Monday's damaging rain and windstorm.
The governor says this will help recovery efforts and could make it easier for the state to get federal help. Now, rivers are going down, but flooding remains a problem in parts of the West Bay and northern Rhode Island.
We begin our team coverage tonight with 12 News reporter Sheena Losciuto live in West Warwick.
Well, I'm back here right off of River Street here in West Warwick. Behind me, certainly a lot of water left over. However, it is a drastic difference compared to yesterday. I would not have been able to stand here at all. However, today, we are still seeing boats go down the road instead of cars. There's still so much water, you can see the reflections of the cars surrounded by flooding. Astor Street in West Warwick, unpassable Wednesday.
It's a mess. We get over 2 feet of water in the building, and it's a mess.
By car, that is. Once again, business owners are bringing out the boats to check out the damage.
We came down to evaluate the situation. The water was too deep to walk, certainly too deep to drive, so that's the alternative.
Bill Place owns Quality Tile Countertops, which is all the way at the end of the street. Today was the first step in cleaning up and planning the next steps. And he's certainly not alone. Many have been here before.
I feel for a lot of my neighbors that are here. A few of them have been through the floods of 2010 as I was. And, I know some of them do not have insurance, which is a real heartbreaker.
While side streets still look more like a pond, on the left is video we took of a sign today. On the right, that same sign yesterday surrounded by water. Many are anxious to see the area fully dry up. And really, cleanup is the big focus in this section of West Warwick tonight. But on top of businesses, we also have homes and apartment buildings here as well. And we heard those generators running mostly all day long. Reporting live in West Warwick, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.
Belfield Drive in Johnston is no stranger to flooding, and once again, people living there found themselves cut off by water covering the road.
12 News reporter Matt Paddock has been observing how first responders have been helping out. He continues our team coverage with the exclusive details. Matt?
Well, Mike, Shannon, just 30 seconds ago, an officer helping another one of those people that live on the other side of this flooded area. She said she's been without heat for 3 days. She actually had just bought a space heater, and the officer driving her through this 1.5 to 2 feet of flooded water here behind me. Emergency vehicles roaring through rippling waves as traffic into Belfield Drive in Johnston inaccessible due to feet of flooded water.
We almost died in a car one year. We got stuck in 2010.
Belfield Drive has been at the heart of controversy for over a decade. After in 2010, water levels reaching as high as 5 feet, trapping those like Tanya Nova on the other side.
Just imagine, I know it's frustrating to hear about it, but to live it, it's a different story.
The town installing a culvert back in 2018 to address the issue, but Johnston Mayor Joe Policina Jr. says not everyone took up the offer to sell their homes to build retention ponds, in part leading to this scene.
There was only one detention pond created. It's a little bit under an acre. And what compounds the problem is the nature of the storms that we get. Not only do they happen more frequently, they're more severe than ever before.
As mitigation efforts are underway to help those stranded,
our town planner has reached out to DOT to see if we can get temporary access to 295.
So right now we have the fire department and DPW up on Belfield Drive trying to mitigate the flooding.
First responders from the fire and police departments aiding residents, taking Humvees through the water and bringing them to get essentials like groceries and medication.
Well, we really appreciate it. This time, definitely everybody did a better job.
I also spoke with Alan Campbell, who lives right here behind me. Right now, he has 3 feet of water in his basement. He tells me he lost everything. He was in the middle of selling his home, and all of his possessions were in the basement. You're going to be hearing his story tonight at 10 and 11. Reporting live in Johnston, Matt Paddock, 12 News.